Are you curious about what a healthy, inexpensive grocery haul for 1 week looks like? Then you're in the right place. Come on into my kitchen. Let's take a look and see what we've got in here. It may not seem like a lot, but I think we can work with that. So as you may have guessed, after looking at what I had in the fridge and the freezer and the pantry, I realized I didn't need to go shopping in the store. I just needed to shop my pantry, my fridge, and my freezer. So in order to understand that, let's recap January. Today is the last day of January, and so as I get ready to figure out February, it's important to look back at what I did in January. So I spent $236.06 on groceries. That includes like all food, eating out food, groceries, any of that. I have $34.30 in Ibotta rebates coming back to me. If you don't know what Ibotta is, or you haven't signed up for Ibotta and you want to, I will leave my link in the description below. So that means I spent $201.76 on food if you take the rebate that I'm getting back off the costs I spent up front. So right around 200 bucks, which is great. I'm usually in that $150 to $200 range. That's always my goal, and that's what I have budgeted for. So, wanting to be set up for February, I looked at everything I've got, and now I'm ready to figure out my meals, what I'm gonna use, what I'm gonna eat, use stuff up. Why shop my pantry, my fridge, and my freezer? Why shop my kitchen? Because it sets me up for February well. It's gonna keep me from wasting food. I don't wanna have food waste. I also don't wanna waste money, right? If food goes bad, then I wasted my money on it. But also this sets me up to have a good, maybe even below budget February, because the first week I don't have to buy any food for it, and February is a short month. So why don't we take a look at what I got? Yep, this is what the week looks like. Let's talk about what we've got here. We've got some leftover rice we're gonna use. We've got some burgers that have been frozen. We've got peanut butters, because sometimes I just like to eat peanut butter right out of the container. This one is even a almond butter, I said it was peanut butter, but it's an almond butter blend chocolate. This is like your traditional peanut butter. I did a lot of white rice last week, so we're gonna switch it up and go with some quinoa this week. We've got some pancakes for breakfast tomorrow. We've also got mix because we're gonna make pancakes a couple other times. A little bit of milk for that. Some snacks, syrup for the pancakes. One day we're gonna have oats for breakfast. Yep, we're just using stuff up. These are maybe not the healthiest you've ever had, but sometimes it's okay to have something quick and use something up and know that we can do it healthier in the future. Homemade breakfast burrito that I did. We are gonna have Beyond sausage in the cabbage dish I mentioned earlier. We've got some Better Than bouillon because I don't always have stock available. Some lemon juice, some dried fruit, some cilantro. Sometimes I like to eat pickles as a snack. Beyond breakfast sausage. We're gonna have some of that with the last little bit of frozen hash browns and some peppers. We've got frozen butternut squash, a whole bunch of things. We've got canned tomatoes, we've got canned chickpeas, we've got dry green lentils, some soy sauce, some green onions, some potato chips. Now we'll talk about the produce. We've got a bunch of potatoes, some leftover cabbage. I've got an avocado, that'll be a snack, or I'll put it on something, who knows. We're gonna use that up though. A little bit of celery left, some carrots, we've got 2 onions, we've got some other potatoes, and then of course we've got some pasta. I have other types of pasta in the pantry if we need it. And then we've got some additional meals. This is homemade pasta sauce. So I took that out because we're gonna have pasta for a couple meals. This is one of the chilies that I made last month and froze. This is the carrot soup recipe, one serving that I froze. And if you didn't see that video, I can link it down below. You definitely want to check that out. Then we have a lentil chili and a curry soup. And so some of these will incorporate over the quinoa or the white rice. And that, my friends, is my Shop the Kitchen week of food. So how do I figure out how to use all the food leftovers that I have and the different meals that I've created in the past to make sure that I have enough food for the week? I created this little meal planning worksheet that I just write out my breakfast, lunch, dinner, my snacks. I've got a spot for grocery stuff if I need that, which this week I don't. So if you're interested, let me know in the comments below if I should do a video on how I do meal planning. And maybe we can do that in the future. Or if you're watching this in the future and I've made that video, I will link it down below. So meal planning, but you're like, all right, some of the meals, like clearly you've already made and you're gonna reheat, yes. And then there are some kind of like food, not scraps, but bits and bobs, if you will, that need to be put together in some way to make a meal. And so I've got a couple meals in mind. I have these two cabbage recipes and I like pieces of both of them. So I'm probably gonna combine that into like one recipe of my own. So we're gonna have a cabbage heavy meal or 2 or 3. And also I'm gonna make a Moroccan lentil stew. So those will be coming up at some point in the week. And so I'll probably also film those so that you guys can see what I've made. So it'd be really wonderful if you would like this video, comment, and subscribe if you'd be interested in seeing those videos at a later date. So thanks for coming to my kitchen, and we'll see you next time.